their highlight of the season, 20-something points in the last match. She's doing great, and Grace Lopez playing on the right side.
Hey, we're ready to go here on the picturesque campus of the University of Miami tonight. And the first point of the match goes to the Hurricanes.
For Maria Heredia from the Dominican Republic, ripping it down, starting in R1 as she's coming to serve.
The Dominican junior for Miami was dominant last weekend. She secured 46 kills and 24 digs. The Hurricanes went 1-1 last weekend, both of their 5-set matches between Duke and North Carolina.
Good defense.
Now, the Stanford Cardinal, the 5th-ranked team of the country, traveling to Miami this weekend. Then they'll go north to Tallahassee on Sunday, but they have just 3 losses all season long. In Lincoln, Nebraska, back in September, in Louisville, Kentucky on September 29th, and in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on October 20th.
Grace Lopez ripping it down there from the right side. And the Canes, pretty much it's simple. Either they serve awesome and they're really good at serve receive, or they don't have a chance.
Kings lead 2-1 early. Stanford logged a pair of sweeps over their rival Cal Bears last week in a home-and-home series. And we're tied at 2.
Great ripping it there from the pie position. Jordan Harvey, sophomore from Salt Lake City, Utah, 6'1". You cannot make those mistakes against Stanford. It's an overpass there for Maria Heredia.
An error by Miami. Your referees tonight, Devani McLarty and Jeffrey McKinney. And the line judges are Catherine Essig and Jorge Rivera Perez.
Good pass. And fast-paced offense. Great rip there by Ada Carney.
Let's see, 6'2" sophomore, Allen out of Butler, Pennsylvania. Commonwealth Charter Academy High. Outside hitter getting a start for the Hurricanes tonight, who level things at 3.
Good serving from the Canes. Out of system, the ball is out of bounds. And they need to serve superb there, and their serve receive game needs to be intact to have a chance against Stanford.
An attacking error there by Stanford. They have built a powerhouse program over the years.
Big on that slide. Good defense by Libero. Off the hands. Number 15, Ipart Kurt. That's the other one that you need to put your eyes on. I mean, all of them, but Elia Rubin, number 13, and Ipart Kurt with number 15 are the 2 studs of this team.
Now, Kurt, redshirt freshman out of Istanbul, Turkey, at 6 feet 2 inches tall. She is a force to be reckoned with.
Off the hands, and it was out. Just mentioned Turkey. We've seen plenty of players. In fact, Canes also have players from Turkey, one of the best leagues in the world. So you get a lot of players coming out of there. As I mentioned, the USA having 2 professional leagues now, which is incredible. The Pro Volleyball Federation and then the League One Volleyball. So we have something, we can follow these players for the first time and see them play professional ball.
Ava Carney to serve after the kill by Dahlia Wilson. 5-4 Canes. And that one was in, and we are tied at 5.
Flying from that pipe position. Watch how pretty. And hitting it straight into 1. Defense wasn't there.
Harvey with the kill. Her second of the match here in the first set. And Grace Lopez sneaks one by the defense of Stanford. 6-5 Canes.
And that she did. Moisio coming in to serve for Wilson. Great server, awesome defender. Always contributes to the Canes.
Junior out of Illinois. Gets it over. Here's an opportunity for Miami, and Ava Carney gives the Canes a 7-5 advantage.
Ripping it down out of a mistake on the net by Flor Marie, who needs to be ready. The first job of a blocker, it's actually to look for that overpass, and it was a very easy overpass. He wasn't paying attention. They were lucky enough to get it back.
I don't think, Alan, it can be understated what a victory like tonight would do for the Canes. There's an ace. They lead by 3.
I agree with you. I just don't want to jinx it. That 8-5 on great serving. Like I said, they need to be aggressive throughout the match or they don't have a chance. That's what happens with the top teams in the nation. Usually that comes to being really good at serve receive.
So 8-5 after the ace. And there's a kill there. And this time for Stanford, it's the 6'1" Jordan Harvey out of Salt Lake City, Utah.
And after 2 great serves, the third one, obviously they told her to maybe not put so much heat on it. It was pretty easy.
This time the Canes set up Grace Lopez, but she is stuffed at the net by Rubin, the junior out of Santa Monica, California.
Elia Rubin was waiting there. Good penetration on the hands. If there's a replay or something, that's how you block.
Rubin serving, and a service error, 9-7 Canes.
And it's up for Stanford also. Number 3 coming in for number 15. Number 3 has a name, obviously, Anna Pringle. Junior DS out of La Jolla, California.
Right down there near San Diego in Southern California, one of the most pretty places in all of Southern California.
I agree.
Just a little bit north of downtown San Diego.
Look for the tag on that one. Superb hit. Lizzie Andrew, middle blocker, freshman, 6'5" out of Richfield, Washington.
How about that? A freshman making an impact in her first season for one of the best programs in all of America.
6'5", my friend. I wish I knew what that feels like. On a 7-4 net. Nice set by Alanis Vieira. A lot of stuff there. The block. 17 and 13, both of them there.
Well, Rubin was in on it, the 2-time Pac-12 champion.
Hands. Oh, great there, and she adjusted by sticking that hand inside. Textbook block there on the swing block. Bindo, they saved it.
Bit of an error there offensively by the Canes, but they come away with a point.
Off the hands for Maria Heredia. Very smart. She saw the block there and he goes, she's a good blocker. Let me just tool and use the hands. Nice pass by the middle, and she gets it too.
Boy, that was pretty.
That's what happens when you see these California teams. Most of these players also, many of them play beach and they have awesome ball control. So you saw such a great pass from the middle, the way it should be. Great serving there. Stanford goes up 1.
And that prior kill was by Sammy Francis, the senior middle blocker at 6 feet 6 inches tall, out of San Diego. Another 2-time Pac-12 champion. Of course, Stanford, along with Cal and SMU, now in their first season in the ACC. We're tied at 11.
Let me tell you, I've never seen Ava Carney hit the ball as hard and as aggressive as she is. She looks sensational when she does. Obviously, the talent's always been there. I think that she's fitting the pressure that if I want to start, I need to do my job, and it's looking really good.
Lulick and Moisio take a seat for the Canes. 2 new Hurricanes check in. Hurricanes hoping a storm is brewing here in Coral Gables tonight, looking to upset the number 5 team in the land.
That block is huge, man.
And Grace Lopez will try it again if she catches a break. That may have been an attacking error if the libero in the back had let it go.
She saw the first one and goes, if I hit down, I'm going to eat it. Therefore, I need to look for those hands up high, see if I can get a touch.
Looked like it was going to sail too deep, but the Cardinal got a hand on it. But the Canes are back up by 1. With a sneak attack there, kept alive by Miami, and they come away with a point.
Wow. With that scramble play there.
That was Dahlia Wilson, the junior out of Turkey, who put it away, but that was all set up initially by Rosado.
It's a lucky play. I think the serve wasn't really that good, and they still managed to win the point.
And a service error to get the Cardinal back to within a point.
And mistakes will be made on both sides, obviously serving. But like I said, if you want to win a big game, you better take care of your serves. Oh, nice up, but out. Great set by Alanis. Here comes the sub now. Ariana Rodriguez with the front row, and then she stays setting.
And Grace Lopez back to serve by Miami, leading by 2. Back and forth we go here early. First set, Coral Gables tonight. The Canes and the Cardinal, 2 consecutive service errors by Miami, not having to make Stanford work for it. And they're back to within a point as a couple of new Cardinal check in.
And it's awesome to see that, even though obviously the staff ain't happy about it. There's no recrimination. There's no ifs or buts. Like I said, at the end, if you don't serve tough, you don't have a shot. So it just comes with the territory. Nice hit. Oh. It was out? Yes.
Just wide by Wilson.
I guess I just thought it was closer than what it was. Good call.
And no challenge, so we're tied at 14.
It's 3 mistakes in a row for the Canes. 2 serving and 1 hitting error.
And they've let the Cardinal right back get it. And they keep it alive, looking to retake the lead. A couple of lead changes here early. Here's a prime opportunity right here. And that was dug out nicely by Rosado.
Good defense on both sides. It's on this side. There you go. That was out.
Heck of a volley there, and Stanford comes away with a point, 15-14. The visitors lead. They've come all the way east from Northern California. We're in the first set here in Miami.
At Stanford,
there's the 12th-year head coach, Jose Keno Gondara. 209 career victories and 124 losses here in Miami. A program that's gone to the NCAA tournament in 3 consecutive seasons. Looking to make it 4, but they have put themselves behind the 8 ball this season. They're looking to fight back, but they've got themselves back to 500 in conference play. There's a couple of weeks left. You got the entire month of November to create an opportunity for yourself to do a little dancing. 15-14, Stanford coming out of the TV timeout.
I think it's going to come down for them not to lose to the lesser teams. Out of bounds for Maria Heredia.
Kings led by a few points here in the first set, but just in the last couple of minutes, it's gotten a little bit sloppy.
Yes,
one attacking error, a couple of service errors, giving the Stanford Cardinals some freebies.
And
there's another one.
Not great passing.
No.
You can't make 4 mistakes in a row against this team.
Now they lead by 3.
You just can't give him anything. If you give him something, that's what happens to good teams. You give them a little tiny piece of your finger, and all of a sudden they got the whole hand.
You give them an inch, they'll take a mile.
Yep. Good teams will always make you pay.
Yep.
Another pass. They can't use the middle.
And they set up Ava Carney, and that is in. So Carney gets the Kings back to within 2, and she'll step back behind the baseline to serve.
I guess he wasn't feeling great at the beginning of the year, because this is not the player I saw before. I'm truly happy to see her fill out the potential.
She's got a match high, 4 kills, and another service error. It's already the 3rd here in the first set. Going to have a hard time even winning a set against Stanford, making a boatload of service errors.
Possibilities of the Canes is to be flawless from the service line and themselves be great at servicing. That hasn't happened this set.
18-15, a beautiful serve that time by Stanford, and Grace Lopez handles one home.
And it's awesome that they're using the back row attack out of that D ball with Grace Lopez. She can play outside, but she's a natural right side, and I think obviously that missed mark, that puts a lot of stress on the blockers.
So 18-16, and Moisio is back to serve for the 2nd time of the first set. A beautiful serve. And that is a piece of cake right there for Harvey.
Jordan Hardy, 6'1" sophomore.
Heck of a player out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Her father played basketball at the University of Utah. Her cousin is Aaron Gordon, a 2023 NBA champion with the Denver Nuggets. He was on that same team with Bruce Brown as well, former Miami Hurricane. 20-16, and the Hurricanes will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here. I assume I know what you're going to say, but too many errors here in the first set for Miami.
Yeah, for sure, but I mean, could be expected too. Just to think as a coach, like, if you know you need to stress them out, because if it's an easy one, results are going to be the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, they need to handle the pressure a little bit better and remind themselves of the game plan. It's way easier from where we are. Pretty sure they're trying. But yeah, with a team like this, Stanford has awesome wins this year. They beat Texas 3-0, Pepperdine, UCSB, Wisconsin. They handled Wisconsin's first loss. Actually, a great match today. I think it's Minnesota versus Wisconsin also. And Minnesota, they beat in 5. Their only 3 losses, Louisville, Pittsburgh, and Nebraska. It's a very physical team, as you just saw. They're savvy. They have a great coach that just won 2 national championships in a row in 2018 and 2019. So Kevin Hamley, really great hands in there. Awesome staff, great school. And what can you say about a school that's been 9 times national champions?
They have 138 wins in the NCAA tournament. It's impressive. You know, 6 of Stanford's 16 victories this season are against top 25 teams. They don't play a cupcake schedule. They get right after it. As soon as the season starts, they'll play as many top 25 teams as possible. And of course, once you get into conference play, a lot of folks would tell you that the ACC is the best volleyball conference in America, although the Big Ten would probably have something to say about that.
I'm pretty sure between those two, but yeah, I mean, we can make a case for either one, and it's awesome that the ACC has gotten so great in the last 5 to 6 years.
Stanford serving, coming out of the timeout. That's a point for the Cardinal, and they lead by 5, looking to take the first set.
Like I said, you don't need the serving. You obviously need to take care of your serve receive. The stat that stands out in volleyball the most is first ball side out. So you want to side out as fast as you can, and that's not happening. That's why it's 21-16.
Kirk back to serve, throws it up, and puts it across. Not a very good pass, and the Canes just have to lob it right back to Stanford.
Great hit there from 4-4 from Flor Marie Heredia. So you have Turkey, the Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico in the front row. For the Canes, a lot of international players have been coming over to the NCAA in the last, I would say the last 8 years. Power tip off the hands. Great job there. Line is coming in for Ariana.
Ogilvie back to serve for Stanford. Fifth-year Cardinal out of Honolulu, Hawaii.
A great pass and a great block by number 17, Sammy Francis, senior middle blocker. I think being 6'6" helps you out a lot.
I would say so.
San Diego, California.
And Stanford in firm control. I guess if you're going to go to college and you get to go to Stanford, you grew up in Hawaii, it's the best of both worlds. About the shortest flight you could possibly have,
for sure.
Given all things considered. Go to a premier conference, to an incredible institution. Free education? Sounds good to me.
I don't see the downside.
I don't either.
1 point away, taking this first set. Another pass that's out of system. He can't pass, and she got away because she has that heavy hand. If you can't pass inside that 10-foot line, you're in trouble. You cannot involve your middles. The block on the other side pretty much knows, and they're going to gang up on your players. All of that stuff happens when you don't pass well.
24-18. Cardinal looking to take the first set. And an opportunity right here.
Great
and
hustle
the
by
first set
Alanis, yes.
is over. The Cardinal takes set 1 from Miami in Miami. The first set. So the Canes to serve here in the second set, as both teams will switch sides, and an ace to start set number 2.
The spirits of the net.
Immediately reversing their fortunes.
Oriana Rodriguez had a great summer playing in the Paris Olympics for the Dominican Republic. Great athlete.
2 very good serves. And a block and a point from Miami. And Grace Lopez.
Puerto Rican right side also spent the whole summer playing for her country, Puerto Rico. 1-on-1. Good job.
That's 3 really, really good serves.
It's the magic of being a lefty when you're a setter. My youngest one is actually playing professional ball in Puerto Rico. He's a lefty, and he makes people struggle. It's an angle you don't see too much in volleyball.
The southpaws?
Yeah, I mean, they serve from position 5 like she did. You just don't see that unless it's a lefty. I think they have an advantage in pretty much every sport that I know.
Ava Carney lays it over. Ooh, not that time.
Can't stand that rule, but great hustle. It's going to be 4 touches, point for the Kings. Anywhere else in the world that the ball touches the ceiling, that's a point for the other team.
Not here in Coral Gables.
Not here in the States. Nice play off the hands. Whenever they can't score, they still put pressure.
Yeah.
I can't hit it hard. I'm going to place it here, and I'm going to make you struggle. Error-free volleyball for Stanford.
Harvey serving. It's a heavy left paw of Grace Lopez to give the Kings a 2-point lead.
Off the hands. Smart job. Middle was a bit late to her. Took advantage.
And here's Rosado to serve for Miami. That was laid over by Francis, kept alive by the Hurricanes, and they come away
ripping it down. Gaidalis Rosado, it's a family of volleyball players. Her sister was a stud player for University of Minnesota, and she's playing professional ball. It's a family of liberos, actually, from Morovis, Puerto Rico.
Stanford actually went to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and took down number 18, the Minnesota Gophers, in their second match of the season, all the way back on September 1st.
Very good program.
Ooh, wow.
Very big. The ceiling again. In comes number 15 for Stanford. Out goes number 3.
That's Kurt checking in.
Yep. What a great swing.
Ceiling coming down.
Free ball. Nice. Good hit from Major Wilson.
I think that drives Stanford a little bit nuts. I was just staring at Kevin Handley, the 8th-year head coach, in his 16th head coaching season overall. And the
Where did it go?
06 graduate of Illinois. He kind of looked back up at the ceiling after Miami came away with that point, as if to say, come on now.
Yeah, Wilson. That's a great block again for number 17. You saw that pipe coming. It's up for her, number 30, Taylor Yu out of Temple City, California.
Sammy Francis, who takes a seat.
Freshman setter. They're running a 6-2 at this moment. They're leaving Cami Minor in the front row, but she can hit too.
Ooh.
Thank God they don't call that double anymore.
Yeah.
This is an awesome. I'm going to take at least 30 seconds to try to say this. Look at Cami Minor. Even though she can set, she can also hit. She can do everything, and she plays for Stanford. So for those club coaches that just want to run a 5-1 and the setter can only set, if they can do something else, why not?
Oh, great there.
This has been Ava Carney's match, for sure.
She's been great.
There's a reason why she's here. There's a reason why Coach Keno likes her. And like I said, I think she's learning how to actually play up to her potential.
She's got 5 kills a dig and 1 ace.
It's a great hit. Really high off the hands. I don't need to challenge the block. I can use the block. Nice hit also, breaking that block for Maria Heredia. Every time you hit against Stanford, you're facing a middle that's either 6'5" or 6'6". Take your pick. Moisio coming into serve. She usually brings in points. Great pass. Awesome block by Ariana Rodriguez.
Both Rodriguez and Lulick who are in on that for Miami, and the Kings have a 5-point advantage.
Milana Moisio. From Waukegan, Illinois. Great dig there by Ava. Free ball. Not so free. Hey, that's reaching over.
Another point for the Canes, looking much better here in the second set.
Even though the setter's in the front row, and then Hamby gets a timeout, I truly think that ball was way over the side of the Canes. And they were like truly reaching out. It was the second pass. So they still got the point, but I think that they blew that call.
So the Canes lead 11-5. The Cardinal have a 1-0 lead, but the Canes will try to level it up when we come back in set number 2 from Miami. There's the head coach for Stanford, Kevin Hambley, in his 8th season with the Cardinal program. 187 victories and 40 losses. He is incredible. And one of the marvelous job that he's done out there in the Bay Area.
Yes, he is. And another ace for Moisio. It's a very tough spot. You know, I'm a volleyball junkie. That position in between position 1 and 2, for whatever reason, it's the hardest serve in volleyball. Both to do and to make.
Oh, almost another near ace. Heck, it might be. And the Cardinal do get it over. But that turns into a point for Miami. Boy, Stanford. Now here in the second set, it's the Cardinal who look all discombobulated.
I was about to say that they look mesmerized. They look a little bit shell-shocked. Like, we weren't expecting this. They jumped on them.
Maybe they thought they would just cruise after their first set 25-18 victory.
When you serve great, everybody's human, you know? Good defense. I love Moisio. I need to say this out loud. Great defense by both liberos, Ogleby too.
Another chance for the Canes. Flying in from the back. Carney with a little mustard on that.
Great set. Good players handle all fundamentals.
Canes are rolling.
I don't think Stanford has been down by so many points in their lives.
And now coach wants them to grab a towel and wipe up the floor a little bit. And he'll do it himself. Coach brought his Jordans to South Beach, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Free of charge.
Moisio again to serve. She's been there for a while. Coach Kenna would like to see her stay there. Another pretty much an ace. It's an overpass.
And here comes Grace Lopez.
It's a great dig there by Ogleby.
It's so hard to deal with. Another opportunity right here.
And another point. Moisio with the set too.
A 15-5 lead for Miami. So Moisio back to serve. And she couldn't keep that one alive. There's a mad scramble for the volleyball.
Now what will be equally shocking is if Stanford can get back into this set. And then the ball's round and you never know.
Well, you got to start somewhere, and they just snapped a 7-0 scoring run by Miami.
Nobody who's this good takes so many points. Get ready for a comeback.
And
off the hands.
Well, you can tell how frustrated Stanford is getting with that ceiling, that low ceiling here with the Knight Sports Complex. They're all looking up every time a ball hits it as to say,
yep,
what the heck? But on
the other side, the reason why they're down has nothing to do with that. Has been that they haven't passed anything today.
Yeah, the service error that time by Carney, and the Cardinal now trailing by 9.
Danis Vieira coming in.
Bit of a spark plug for the Canes is Alanis.
Yes, it has.
The 5'5".
Has given this team a lot of options every time she's there. They can run a 6-2 whenever she's in the court.
Senior out of Longwood, Florida.
She asked for help. She cried for help, and nobody helped her.
And Carney taking responsibility for the miscommunication.
Her and her sister, both setters. Her sister had a great career, played overseas, Puerto Rico and in France too. Family of setters.
Wow.
Good defense.
What an incredible job by Pringle to keep it alive. Or check that minor.
Off the hands, they might challenge. No challenge, even though the line judge didn't know whether it was a touch or no. Great serve, great pass by the middle.
Ooh.
Great hit. Good job
Elliot
on the setter.
Rubin flying in.
Yep. Cami Miner also faked that middle and quick release there, one-on-one.
Rubin was on the ABCA Player of the Year watch list to start the season, and understandably so. She's really impressive to watch for the Cardinal.
I thought there was a touch, but no touch. Still 7 points down, but you cannot take advantage of it. You cannot think that Stanford is over.
It was 9. They're chipping away, but there's a service error, and it's 18-10 Kings.
Looking to get some energy back, and obviously the double sub. Wilson coming back in. Moisio, which we need to give credit. I think she owns that comeback there. That huge lead. Very easy serve there. That's what happens when you serve easy. They get to run offense really quick.
Tell you what, Rubin's 6 feet 1 inches tall, which that's nothing to sneeze at. But the way she can elevate when she leaves the ground is extremely impressive.
Well, we saw Louisville with a 5'8" flying over people. The thing is that, yeah, she jumps out of this gym.
And another point for the Cardinal. Again, they're hanging around. They're within striking distance, trailing by 6. Another error or two. I can promise you that Coach Keno will be calling a timeout to try to stop the momentum.
No, after this one, he'll get one for sure. Tight passing.
Might need one here if the Cardinal get this point.
Ooh, what defense by Alanis.
Little momentum shift.
She could have been on Libero very easy. Yeah, it's timeout time, and the same way that when Ariana's not having a good game and Alanis comes in, like it might be time also for him to might want to switch setters now.
Block assist by Sammy Francis. 19-13 after the error, and Grace Lopez will go back to serve for Miami.
Rodriguez coming in. Nice hit off the hands. And even though the Canes might take this set, I think they have lost some of that momentum coming in, which it was pretty hard, to be honest, to maintain. Like, you can't keep on destroying Stanford. At some point, they're going to fight back, and they have.
Freshman setter Taylor Yu checks in to serve. That'll park Sammy Francis off to the side for just a moment. Good serve by Yu. And that is an attacking error.
I don't want to make those mistakes.
Canes are saying that they thought there was a tip, but the Canes will not challenge. Instead, they'll call a timeout. The Miami lead is down to 4 here in the second set. We'll keep it right here. You see the Canes now 14-7, 5-5 in the conference, kind of sitting in the back half of the conference standings. Now Coach Keno having a conversation with a couple of his players. You know, again, this is a very important match for Miami. They've got Stanford in here tonight. They will play host to the Cal Golden Bears on Sunday. They're certainly going to be thinking that's a layup of a victory because Cal's 10-12 and 2-8 in the conference, but you can't take anything for granted. You've really got to play hard, hard, hard. Here's a look at the standings in the ACC for you.
There are no freebies in the ACC. Look at
No, and Stanford is 4th in the conference with an 8-2 record. Louisville, we saw them a couple of weeks back. Boy, they're impressive. 10-1 in the conference. Pitt, North Carolina trail.
I think Miami, obviously, it's very close to NC State. I think the biggest surprise, it's North Carolina with 9-1 and Virginia with 7-3. Duke is 4-6, as you can see there. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible that 15 years ago, you would have gone, I don't recognize the team. All of these teams are good. All of these teams are good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The first 10 teams are a toss-up. That's pretty much how it is.
Big discrepancy there.
And even though Louisville, it's at 10-1 and Pittsburgh is 9-1, Pittsburgh is the #1 team in the nation.
Great crowd here at the Knight Sports Complex tonight. A capacity crowd for some ACC Friday Night Volleyball on ACC Network Extra.
The local clubs have been coming to see the matches, which I enjoy. We've been doing this for a long time. I don't remember seeing all that crowd standing outside and the lines. That's brand new for us, and it's amazing.
Stamping people's hands to come in.
You gotta grow the game, man.
You know, Kings lead down to 4 coming out of the timeout.
Beautiful set.
And they'll set up Carney, who hammers it home. 20-15.
Good job and a good set by Oriana Rodriguez. Double sub now for Stanford.
Francis checks back in. Harvey will check in as well.
Yep.
No, Francis will not check back in. She'll check out.
Ava Carney to serve. Good rotation now for the Canes. They have Flor Maria Rey in the front row. That's what you do with the over passes. You take care of them.
Great serve. It was all started by the great serve from Ava Carney, who's had her fingers all over this match here tonight. And that's a service error.
Is that the basketball coach? Enjoying the match?
Yes, Coach Larinaga is here.
Yeah, if you see the line, Judge, I'm sorry for production. I'm not talking to you guys, sadly, which I should. And there's Coach Larinaga there. It's awesome to see when they come see volleyball.
Yes. Wow, what an incredible serve there. That
Stanford chipping in.
That was Cammie Minor, the senior out of Redondo Beach, California. That was an incredible serve.
He's an amazing athlete.
21-17. Coach L probably in attendance, scouring the room to see if any of his players are here supporting their fellow student athletes.
They usually come.
Yes.
Listen, man, needs to take care of the ball right now. They're going to lose this lead.
21-17. And that is another error. Wow, 21-18.
This ain't over, and like I said, you don't want to blow an 11-5 lead.
And a service error to get the Canes to within 3 points of a victory here in the second set. But they've been unable to put this second set on ice, one that they had a 10-point advantage, and throughout the set they at one point had a 7-0 run, but the lead down to 4, and they're hanging on for dear life. At least that's the way it feels. And that's it.
Sliding out pretty easy now.
It was 15-5 at one point out.
Coach Hamley checking the stats now. He brings in a DS to serve.
This is a 14-7 run for Stanford as Pringle steps back to serve it.
It's 3 blockers for 2 hitters. Ariana Rodriguez is in the front row, and it's Lulic and Flor Marie.
There's Grace Lopez, and she gets blocked. It's 22-20.
And they're back at it.
Can the Canes hang on? Or the Cardinal going to storm back. And that's a carry. It's 22-21. Look at this run by Stanford, and Miami will call their second and final timeout of the second set. It was 15-5 Miami, and now their lead is down to 1. It's 22-21.
And it's incredible. Yeah, they're knocking on it, and it's a huge impact if they actually, if they get the second set, I expect for them to roll them on the third. Like, I don't think they can handle the deception of obviously not taking such a huge advantage over this team. But that's why you're playing the number 5 team in the nation. That's why they're 16-3. That's why they have great wins over Wisconsin, Texas, Pepperdine, and everybody else in there. It shows character. And you see Kevin Hambley talking to them. This is what's going on. This is what we should be doing. Great staff.
Some students, they love the volleyball program. There's the head man over at the Watsco Center. It is head coach Jim Larinaga in his 14th season, beginning his 14th season in Miami. He's gone to the Sweet 16 a handful of times, a couple of Elite 8 runs, a Final Four appearance 2 years ago.
I've been to the Canes matches actually with Coach Cano. He actually invited me one time, so I know the volleyball players.
You like what you see?
Yes, I enjoy the program a lot. Now we see a sub. Yes, we see Leilani Feliciano coming in for Ava Carney.
All right, well, it's 22-21 Miami. They lead. Stanford serving. Miami out of timeouts. We're in the second set, a set in which the Canes at one point had ripped off 7 in a row, and they had a 15-5 lead. But it is essentially all but evaporated.
Coach Cano bringing in a Diaz to try to secure this pass.
And these Stanford Cardinal are proving to be relentless. There's Flor Marie Heredia Colon.
That could be the magic swing that might give them the set.
And we shall see.
She went right over the block to the edges of the court, deep there. That's the way to hit.
So 23-21. And a serve is in, and an ace and set point Miami.
Miami getting their confidence back, like I said, after going, I can't believe we're going to blow this one.
It is loud here at the Knight Sports Complex. In the serve by Rodriguez, kept alive, tapped over, a chance for the Canes to win it.
Good defense.
Dug out nicely. Now far side. It's blocked. Canes win. We're tied at 1 here in Coral Gables. Here in the third set in Coral Gables tonight. Cardinal to serve to the Canes. And there's Ava Carney. And that is too deep.
Pipe, yeah.
And attacking error.
She's swinging, which is what they need. I mean, the Canes have been struggling to find that second outside. I'm pretty sure that Flor Maria Heredia is in there. And it's between Ava Carney and then number 18, Paula Gershing. Whoever's playing better, that's the person that Kenna will put in.
Yeah, Flor Marie Heredia Colon gets blocked. 2-0 Cardinal.
And another hitting error. I mean, the first one that we saw, so that makes it 16. And now that's not an error. That's a great block. I wouldn't hit against her on the line. That's her 4th block. If somebody blocks really awesome, it's Elia Rubin. I will shy away from setting there.
Block assist by Francis and Rubin. And the Kings have their first point of the third set.
And even though it was a good defense, they were not able to. The guy with the towel needs to pay attention to the game. Kevin Hambley not too happy. I get his frustration. When you have people that do that, it's like, wake up and come clean this.
There's also...
It's a tough position. Also, it's near position 4, which everybody's there. Great hit. Elia Rubin. junior out of Santa Monica. Beautiful Santa Monica. I enjoy the place a lot.
You've been out there a lot?
A couple of times.
Weather's beautiful.
Yep.
Did you get on a surfboard?
The beach is right there, with the ambience is ridiculous. So
the
great.
Santa Monica Pier, a famous one.
Yeah. That's the people there playing live music. And
You're
stuff.
not a surfer.
I used to. I'm Puerto Rican. Everybody who's Puerto Rican used to surf at some moment. I don't enjoy this as a 54-year-old. Being off the hand, I'm off ground right now.
Oh, my goodness.
Coach Keno did a bit of surfing, too.
Did he?
He actually lived in Santa Barbara for a long time. Went to school there, same as the wife.
A lot of trouble that he had in
both
Santa Barbara.
Suds players, yeah. I mean, he used to see the beach from the school. UCSB has a great view to that awesome ocean.
What's the other one? Oh, isn't Pepperdine like on the cliffs of Malibu?
Yes.
So I wonder how much schoolwork we're getting done
We had
there.
a coach from Pepperdine, Casey Kreider, who's
That's
coaching
right.
now at UMBC. By the way, a shout out to Casey. To me, one of the brightest minds in volleyball in the nation. Great person. Doing a great job at UMBC. Mr. Marv Dunphy, one of the best coaches ever for the United States at Pepperdine.
Oh, my goodness gracious. What a block, Francis.
I think that would have passed on anyone on the ACC except this team with a 6-6 there going like, you're going to hit it hard? I'm going to block it hard.
Gee. She is really, really fun to watch.
I'll still give credit to Carney. She's swinging hard, which is what Keno needs right now.
Quite the serve there, too.
Great. I love to see when the middles are involved. It's a very different team. You can see the connection there.
Ooh,
Nobody
little sneak
pay
attack,
attention to her. Yeah,
Cami
on that 5-1.
Minor.
It's incredible that Minor doesn't look that tall. It's not that she's not that tall. She's okay. It's that when you're standing next to somebody at 6'5" and 6'6", she's 6 feet, which makes her a tall setter.
Another good serve. Canes trying to give them a little taste of their own medicine.
Off the hands there. Plenty of time to see that ball.
Carney had a little juice on that one.
Yep.
Oh, that was touched by Miami. That'll be a kill for Kurt.
It's a great hit. One more time, deep to the edges of the court. That's what you do when you can't do anything with it. Stress that defense out. And an overpass, and Canes crumbling after that. Even though they took the second set, I think momentum was, when it got to 22-21,
100%.
momentum shifted towards the Cardinals.
Oh boy, might need a timeout.
Yeah, they might. That's what happened on the other side. If you're, in case you just tune in, that happened on the other side. The Canes serving the lights out of Stanford. Now Stanford doing the same to them.
No one looked at that. That sequence of events a little ugly there.
I don't know what happened there. But
wow. Again.
one more time, yes.
This one's getting out of hand, getting a little late early.
Coach Keno gets a timeout now.
And so Miami will take a timeout, their first of the third set. Stanford has a 10-3 lead. We'll step aside here on ACC Network Extra. Friday Night Volleyball returns after this. A little lemonade as we return from the timeout taken by Miami. It is full throttle by the Cardinal here in the third set. A couple of Stanford fans behind those fine folks in attendance here in Miami. I am sure they flew out of San Francisco's airport. Did you know, Alan, that the longest domestic flight you can take in the United States is Miami to San Francisco?
Now, I do know because I've taken it.
A lot of people think it would be Miami to Seattle. Now,
for whatever reasons.
You know, unless you're a flat earth type person, right?
I mean, what a beautiful place.
Yes.
It's worth the trip, though.
Go check out Alcatraz. If you're misbehaving, you can stay there for a night.
Very nice strawberries right in front of that on the wharf.
Yeah, you like the wharf?
Yes.
Fisherman's
enjoyed it a
Wharf.
lot. Volleyball has taken me places.
Not to Alcatraz.
No, thankfully. Not yet.
Not yet. No, you'll be there soon. 10-5, Stanford.
That would have been a double anywhere. Like I said, not calling that in the NCAA. And I think it's been helpful, to be honest. You don't want to stop the game over something that's actually some mistake. Doesn't give you an advantage. It's the other way around. We waited a long years to see that this rule to be passed by. This is a first year, and to be honest, I think it's been great. And great minds have been asking not to call the double touch. So this might even pass into the FIVB and International Federation. It's great defense on a great hit. No touch. Moisio coming in to serve for Wilson. Let's see if she can bring that mojo back.
Kings trailing by 5.
Another good serve by her. Those balls, I mean, you need to get more hands in there on the block whenever the ball is out of system, and they have such a nice way of touching it in the net. Number 3 coming in, Anna Princh, junior DS. 5'10" DS. Why not? Overpass.
Oh, and that was ultimately blocked by Miami and Ava Carney. Or check that. That was Ariana Rodriguez. Ooh, that turned into a point for Miami, one that they probably should not have had.
It's part of her athleticism.
She got way up there. Redshirt junior or redshirt freshman out of New York City.
I think that's a place she was able to pull, because that 6'5" player, it's a freshman. In a couple of years, that's not going to be that easy once she gets more power.
Now the Kings are starting to crawl back.
Yeah.
They're within 4.
Bit of a comeback. Being a lefty, serving out of 5, even though she plays defense on 1, Ariana Rodriguez.
And an ace.
Another ace. Like I said, we're not used to that. I think Kevin Hamby says, I've seen enough. Anyone here cannot blow a lead.
So 12-9. And a few in a row here by the Hurricanes. And what do you think Coach Hambley's message will be to his ladies right now?
Well, they need to make adjustments. Like I said, I mean, that lefty serving very tough in between position 2 and 1. He needs to find a way to side out and to get some rhythm back.
Another direct conversation taking place there.
He wants to take care of the block. He wants for them to tool and use that block. Coach Cano letting his assistants now run the show on the defensive side. This is what we should be doing. I keep telling you that there's so much technology in volleyball that it didn't used to be. That's Jill Hebner.
Well, Jordan Harvey has been terrific for Stanford tonight. She's got 7 kills. The 6'1" sophomore out of Salt Lake City, Utah, doing a little bit of everything for Stanford.
I agree. And she can, even though she plays on the right side, she hits from anywhere, and she has a very good arm. Same as for Marie. You can see her there with some great serving too. Yeah, but she's a handful. One-on-one situation there, ripping in. Heavy hand, as you can see. That's why she got recruited.
She leaves her feet, able to manipulate her body a little bit. Terrific body control.
That's a superpower of you want to play opposite, which is the real name of the position. There's no such thing as a right side. But if you get to play opposite, what you need to do is block and hit like she does. You cannot be a weak hitter and play on the right side.
So it's 12-9 coming out of the timeout by Stanford, and they come out of the timeout, and that is.
They thought it was in. Coach Hambley saw it out too. The best 3 to 4 players in the world right now, they all play opposite or right side. That's how important it is. Melissa Vargas, who's Cuban and plays for Turkey, and Paola Egonu, best player in the world for Italy. Boskovic for Serbia, so many players.
3-0 scoring run for Miami, and that is brought to a halt. 13-10, Stanford back out front.
That's a great way to take care of that run with a huge block there for Maria Heredia. Alan is back in to set. Position 1. Good defense by Ogilvy.
Who will they set up? It'll be Grace Lopez. A point for the Canes. She trail by 2.
Good set from Yaidalis Rosado. And I love to see setters use their hands, obviously, when they have that gift. We've seen volleyball becoming more the way that it used to be before. It means that players must handle all things. You need to pass, you need to set. Why not? You go through the fundamentals and you help your team out. Great hit there. Alanis had a hand on it.
There goes Sammy Francis again. Oh, she's a special player.
Yes, she is. Version passing, a bit of confusion there. Good defense by Stanford. Nice pancake by Alanis.
Back and forth. Good volley. And it's kept alive momentarily, but the Cardinals smash it home.
Elia Rubin says, I like this ball and it's on my side. Let's just hit it. Another pass. And like I said, from here it's pretty easy, but the two things you don't want to do when you're passing is get ace or get an overpass. Anything else will do the job. Just leave it high in the middle of the court if you're in trouble. It's a great serve, by the way.
There's a point for the Canes.
Great block by Ava Carney. Coach Cano giving some tips there. Face and angle. Great pass. One of the big things that I enjoy about watching Stanford is they're great tippers. Whenever they can hit, they will tip and they will put pressure on you.
There's Rosado serving. 16-13. Oh my goodness. Great. I'll tell you what, I mean, Sammy Francis, she is amazing.
She's 6'6".
She's
that
incredible.
Helps a lot. Yeah, she is. They ran really good on that slide there,
wow.
as you can see.
I think she's got a career after collegiate volleyball on the volleyball circuit if she'd like one. Ooh, that was kept alive somehow by the Canes. And an attacking error. That was an incredible job by Miami to keep it alive.
He's like, yeah, I think there might be something going on. Score's not in my favor, so Kevin Hamley's going to check now the review.
First review of the night.
You know, I've been going back and forth over this professional league. The thing is that the USA just got bronze at the Olympics. On the Olympics before, they got gold in the women. They're always there in the podium, and our best players have to go overseas. And it's incredible. The #1 economy in the world didn't have a professional league. Now we have two, and they're both doing a terrific job. I enjoy both of them. The Pro Volleyball Federation, and they actually start right when this league finishes. And then League One Volleyball, and both of those leagues will keep these players in town, like I said, and it's a great option. I think the states have been eager to have a professional league, and in the states that in the Midwest, it's been huge.
Yeah.
In the California parts have been huge, and I hope at some point Miami gets something coming here. So There's people at this league, which I know a couple of them, Tom Bianco, Allison Fitzgerald, you guys, pull it out and bring one of those teams to Miami. I think Florida's ready for it.
Alan, I love the game. I enjoy watching it. That there isn't even like a professional beach league, and one is situated in California. You know, it's like two divisions, the West and the East, and the other one could be in Miami on the beach, right? I mean,
well, the AVP, which is the professional league for beach, they need to figure out how to become great like they were in the 80s and the 90s. They've been struggling with it, but the talent is there. But the USA has so much talent, and we have the economy to obviously get great players to come here, and the league is doing a great job.
Here's what Stanford is asking.
He's asking for a touch. I know that ain't it. If he's looking for that, I think on the last play, he even though that's a great pancake, that's a pancake right there. But I don't think that's what he's challenging. What he's challenging was the hit at the end that went outside, and he thought it was a touch.
Oh, okay.
Which, by the way, I don't think it was a touch. He just went like, yeah, it might be, and I surely need a break. Let's see.
We are ready to render a verdict. Here we go. Anticipation builds. Uh-oh. To the microphone we go.
It's going to be reversed. There was a touch on Miami.
There was a touch on Miami.
Keeps their challenge.
And Stanford is going to lose their challenge.
Good. Miami knew.
Or he said that incorrectly. Stanford has won their challenge.
Yep. And that's what he was looking for.
Oh, yeah. Clear as day. Caught the left fingertips of Grace Lopez.
Well, you have better eyesight than I have. I didn't see anything on that replay, but it is what it is.
You gotta get closer. Yeah. So 18-13 Stanford then after the long review. And Grace Lopez gets the gains to
I'm not sure this one's in. Great angle. And Grace serving from the ground. He's doing a jump float. We remember seeing one of the best jump serves in the nation.
Miami thought they should have got a point there on the serve.
I don't know.
Coach
I actually
Keno
don't
was
know
barking about something.
I'm not quite sure, but I'll know. Whether he wins or loses, he'll make a case for it.
And that's a point for Stanford. And now Coach Keno is indeed having a conversation with the referee.
I think when they send the ball over on the third touch, on the third, you do need to be clean, and that's what he was like. The ball was turning and turning. It's the third pass. He was just saying it's the third pass because the league agreed. The NCAA agreed on not calling doubles. Obviously, on the first touch, it's a free. Right. You don't get doubles on the first. On the second touch, they didn't allow. But on the third, on an easy play that you're passing to the other side, last time I checked, you can call them. So it's not like you can't double it anyway.
But all Stanford here in the third set. And that one goes 16 rows deep.
Just a couple of mistakes at the beginning is what has Miami behind, but they've been playing back and forth. Both teams have been siding out pretty good. Leilani Feliciano in to serve for Ava Carney.
The Canes have a run in them.
Oh, they do.
Not so fast.
And another tip. How many times have they scored off tips? And how many times, including me, how many times us club coaches go through a practice and you need to tip, you need to tip. And in the international game, you see it a lot. If I cannot score, I'm going to tip and I'm going to make you get this ball up and you score the point.
Oh, wow. What an amazing job, but they can't keep it alive.
But that says a lot. And when you see that as a coach, Kevin Hambley should be happy, but my team is on the court right now. And you know that when they're playing defense. There's a correlation between playing defense and being engaged in the match. Oh, he's just such a great server. That ball was super tight on the net, and they got to tool off Oriana Rodriguez. She would like to have that one back. 21-16.
Where Stanford is just so sticky. They make you work for everything. Hard to get points off of them. One of the best teams in the country. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him block everything at the net. Now this one kept alive. And that's a point for the Cardinal.
You can see the frustration on Fort Marie. They're like, damn, wish I had that one back. And what happens is that frustration that she's feeling, the whole team is feeling like, we can't score on these girls. Like, whatever we throw, they dig it out, you know?
22-16, Stanford. Good serve. Here's Lopez. Kept alive, rattling around. That's a Miami point. Stanford not going to miss this, Jim, after they leave.
I think that they're going to have a conversation on that bus that includes, what about that ceiling in Miami? That defense is standing right where they're supposed to be, 2 by 2 there on base. But the middles are so tall that they're still bringing it in a little bit more. Maybe an adjustment to, I don't know, 2 by 1, like not to go that far because they're so tall, 6'5" and 6'6". They're hitting down. And now somebody's power tipping. I would like to see that out of Fort Marie. Carney coming in for Deiliani Feliciano.
Stanford 2 points away from taking the third set and taking a 2-1 lead.
Par 3, they have a middle and an outside.
And a service error. That'll be the 6th of the night by Miami.
Miami checking out on this third set. Body language not that great.
Flags.
Body language not that great. It's like, yeah, let's get it over with.
That's a service error. Exchanging service errors. So 6 by Miami, now 5 by Stanford. The big issue, Miami has committed 19 attacking errors tonight to Stanford's 11.
Nature of the game right now is that if you're old school and you're watching the game, why are they serving like this? Well, like I said, you need to serve tough if you don't have a chance. So live by the sword, die by the sword. It's a great dig by Rosado.
Carney.
If that's a swing that Ava Carney's going to have in the rest of the season, Miami has a good chance.
Yeah.
They needed an answer in that position. They've been playing with, you know, it's merry-go-round of players. So I think Kennel has found a player there.
And that's the set right there.
Rosado missing that one.
The 7th service error of the night by Miami. The Stanford Cardinal take a 2-1 lead here at the Knight Sports Complex. All right, we begin the 4th set with a service error.
That's how you don't want to start it, but it is what it is.
That's the 8th of the evening.
Trying to serve short. She ain't happy. She's a very good competitor. She's the future of Dominican volleyball when it comes to setting. Oh, 2 there. A bad pass by her fellow colleague from the Dominican Republic, for Maria Heredia. Coach Kennel pretty much going to see that iPad and see the stats, see who wants to leave in and who wants to take out.
May not love everything that he's watching.
Another pass that's not so great. It's a negative pass. And somebody solved the puzzle for her. Grace Lopez has been hitting really good out of the left side, even though like she plays more on the right side. She's so versatile that she can play anywhere. Out of Aguada, Puerto Rico, the western side of the island. Her mom enjoys his transmissions all the time, so hi to her there in Puerto Rico. Service out of bounds. Another mistake there by Heredia.
Simply been too many. That's the 9th by Miami.
I think mentally she needs to settle down a bit. She looks anxious. Ooh, she's on when she hits that ball.
That was angry. Had a little steam behind it.
And then Hamley shaking his head like, that's a really good angle. Beautiful hands and another kill for guess who? Sammy Francis. Running that slide there.
Well, what a great program Kevin Hambley has going.
Yes, he has. To his credit, I'll say that recruiting at Stanford's got to be pretty easy. Everybody's drooling to go. Off the hands, tooling off. That's a veteran move there. Number 15, Ipart Kurt out of Istanbul, Turkey. Freshman. Little gift there for the Kings.
Ellie Rubin was very angry with herself after that error.
Good serve. And another point by 6'6", Sammy Francis. Running that slide really good. Slide is such a great play on the women's side of the sport. Stresses the block a lot.
Whistle.
Out of rotation. Overlapping. Yep, and Aja Wilson. They're in rotation 4, which means that the setter is in position 4. And she was like if she was in R3. Got away with it. 7-4. If you actually want to beat Stanford, you got to come up with better body language than this. You need to go after them. You just can't stand on the court. Before you know it, you'll be taking a shower.
Shower, bite, eat, and regrouping.
You need to play hard, and you need to understand that you need to pick it up. Great set on a bad pass.
I think it's been noticeable at times tonight too, the energy from Stanford.
Maintain it. Plays called a jive, which is where you contest that ball, and the magic of it, you can be 6'6" or you can be 5'6". Whoever touches it last wins the battle.
Ipart Kurt was fired up after she won that battle.
And I'm pretty sure, like I said, in those countries, she comes from Turkey, they play early, and she's probably had some experience of playing with professional players, and they know that's a veteran move. Great hit and out of bounds.
And Kurt almost got that thing over the net, almost fell in.
Did it hit her?
Yeah, watch 15 right here. She almost.
Listen, I'll tell you something, like, honestly, that there's no reason why that place should be not dried. You got to clean that up. Somebody steps in there, she's gone. Whew. Good block by Floor.
Boy, for as sluggish as the Canes seem to be playing in the fourth set, they're within 2.
That's what happens. You blink and all of a sudden 2 points. Floor celebrating to the other side, a very typical thing from the Caribbean. The thing is that usually that when they block you, they're going to do it again.
And another whistle.
Yeah, for whatever reason, they're going to do it over. I think something happened with Ariana
Rodriguez's jersey or something.
Yeah, and ref saw it, so gave her a break to settle, which is good. Another great serve by Moisio. Good defense on her.
It sure was.
Girl has a heart, man. Overpass. In there. Knock, knock.
Oh.
I will always remember Moisio, whatever I see her. Like I said, she's been money for this program.
Wow, blocked by Miami. That one is tapped over, kept alive. Grace Lopez for the tie, dug out.
Not calling that double
Oh
anymore.
my goodness gracious. We are
Great tip.
tied.
Hambly doesn't like it, wants to take momentum out.
Stanford calls a timeout. The Canes have rattled off 4 points in a row. We're tied at 8 in the 4th set here in Coral Gables tonight. Nothing scoring run here in Coral Gables, and here's a look at the last point.
Grace Lopez with a back row tip, beautiful touch there, and we do have a match.
8-8. Best of 5. Stanford leads 2-1, but we're tied in the 4th set. Moisio serves coming out of the timeout. That'll be a point for the Cardinal.
Every time the Canes have had a chance to look good and take a set, somebody in this court has a lot to do with that, and her name is Milana Moisio. She still has 1 more year as the junior libero/DS.
Whoa!
Great defense. Another good defensive move.
That one was pushed over.
Yep.
Back and forth we go. Can the Canes tie it? Not so fast. What a
great
dig
set
by Ogilvy.
That ball
And a
landed
point for the
there,
Cardinal.
yes. It looked effortless for Cami Minor to set. She was right where Coach Hambly is, in between position 2 and 1, and she set it from there like she was close to position 4. She went like, here it goes. This is so easy.
There's some great energy here in the last couple of minutes. The tempo is really picked up.
Yes, it has. Usually happens as the match progresses. The players are more warmed up and things start to happen.
You can feel the intensity start to ramp up a little bit as well. So 10-8 Stanford. A couple of quick points.
Cami Minor with a great set there, effortless.
Grace Lopez.
In.
And that is in.
I think this has been great. She's had a good year. I don't want to get misquoted here, but I think this has been her best match of the year. Like, I see her swing back, I see her mojo back. She needs to have a great game along with Flor Marie, which Flor Marie hasn't been her match. The last match against UNC, she did awesome. And that's what they need.
Tied at 10.
They need those 2 players to be systematically in the match at the same time. If they're both in, everybody has their hands full with them. Great defense there by Rosado. Rosado doesn't do too many of the flashy ones, but she does all the bread and butter plays really good. She makes things look easy.
Here's Rodriguez serving. What a block. So that's a point. That was out.
And you see the fingers as he goes, because she does the talking. Reasoning behind that for me as a coach, I go, you don't want to get these people
more fired up than they already are. So 11-10. Grace Lopez tied it at 11.
Very deep to the edges. Some of these timeouts got to look for Coach Ken. Everybody, like, if the ball is there and that middle is there, hit the flag. If you hit down, you're going to eat it. Coming in to serve for the Canes, Paula Gershing, senior transfer
out of Germany.
Yeah. It was at Wake Forest.
Canes keep it alive. Oh, what a block, but what a dig.
The ball was out.
And the Canes have themselves a lead here in the fourth set.
Great defense for Alanis Vieira. I keep saying she could have been a libero or Diaz if she wanted to too. Great defender.
We had 5 lead changes in the first set. Not a single one in the second, not a single one in the third. That's our first here in the fourth as the Cardinal come right back to get a point to tie at 12.
They ran their middles there on a 3, which is a little bit closer towards position 4, and a good mismatch. Ludwig couldn't get there.
(12-12). Great block. It's the big girl, Francis.
Oh, beautiful tip. Nice pickup by Stanford.
Boy, it's so hard to get a point.
And they got it there. Alanis with a great set. Very fast pipe between Alanis and Heredia. Flor Maria Heredia out of the Dominican Republic.
Boy, does she bring the juice.
Miami has a very fast-paced offense. I mean, among the fastest in the nation whenever they can get to pass. And Alanis knows how to run that system along Ariana too. Nice defense by Alanis again. Free ball. Great chance for the Canes.
Grace Lopez. Off the roof. That's a pull. Canes lead by 2.
Miami takes this to 5. Or if they win, Coach Hambly's going to remember this sitting for a long time.
Yes. Yeah, he might burn it down before he leaves. Make sure everybody's out of the building. He might set the thing ablaze. They've had enough with the low ceiling. Canes are thinking, hey, we love it.
Great defense of Alanis.
Hit her right.
She'll put the face in there. She got the heart on
what
the
a block. Wow. Canes are rolling now.
I told you when Stanford was doing it, I need to be fair with the Canes too. How do you know where your team is engaged? When they're playing defense. You saw Alanis there.
She ate that volleyball.
Chest, face, whatever. And she also had a hand on that one.
Kemi Minor stops the bleeding momentarily.
Listen, some very good news for Kano that your team is fighting in the fourth set. You're up 2 points against Stanford, the number 5 team in the nation.
Got to win this set to send it to a fifth set. And
that
that's
was
a service error.
Half a hair.
All the momentum has swung Miami's way as soon as they took their first lead of this fourth set.
You need to check that one over. They're going to see whether it was in or out. You're going to see a number 1. He's not calling it like the local refs that usually tell us what they're seeing.
The original decision was ball out. Stanford is challenging that the ball was in.
Stanford challenging that the ball was in, and it acts as a timeout, so might as well take a look.
I'll tell you, obviously I want to check on this, but from here, which is not the best angle, I thought it was in.
Did you?
And I actually saw some Stanford fans.
The ball is going to be reversed. That ball was in.
That ball was in. That was a quick look at it.
And that was thanks to the people in the crowd that went, it was in to Coach Hambly. So
a very quick look at it. So now it's 15-14 Miami and not 16-13. What a swing. It's a great challenge.
It is. I'm pretty sure he has different angles. From that angle, I couldn't tell, but I'm pretty sure that probably saw the first one and he saw the ball like straight in the court, and that's that. I love challenges because you cannot go home thinking, what about this? But challenge, even though I've seen people miss challenges, but I'll say very little.
Yeah, very much in. All right, so 15-14. And that one is certainly out.
Alanis Vieira coming out. Ariana Rodriguez coming into the front row to run offense on the 5-1. See if Stanford runs that slide with Francis. And they do. Touch and in. If I can get a pass, I'll set her every single time. There's nobody there that can touch that ball. Canes still up 1. Let's see what they can pull out here.
Been quite the match. And Miami's just got to hold serve. You play error-free volleyball the rest of the set. You're going to force a decisive 5th set here in Miami tonight.
tailor you to serve. She can always stay
Boy, what
setting.
a great serve. What a great serve.
Oh, what a great hand. She's so powerful. And a touch there on the block.
Tied at 16. Back come the Cardinals.
So look at the adjustments you can make when you have somebody like Cami Minor.
Yeah.
She can stay hitting, and I can bring in a setter, and that's that. Good hit for AJ Wilson there. Feliciano coming in for Carney, so she can serve and pass.
Leilani Feliciano, the junior out of Plano, Texas. Kings leading by 1 here in the 4th set. Getting a little bit late now. Great serve. Nicely done by Stanford. And
Net
a whistle and a point.
violation.
Yeah.
And was it Ariana Rodriguez? I think so, yeah.
There's no immediate argument from the Miami side of things.
Good reffing crew, I need to be honest. They've been flawless so far.
17 aside. That was Minor serving.
You need those passes to be
And
closer
here is
to the net.
Flor-Marie
Oh, the
Heredia
touch
Colon
there.
and a
Yes.
touch.
But this is the time that Flor Maria, and obviously she's not trying, she's trying to do as good as she can. But this is the time in which you cannot leave the ball on the 10-foot line. You need to push that ball in there so they can actually run offense. So they can play faster with her and they can use middles and right sides. Great block.
Sure was. Now they'll try the other side. Kept alive by the Canes. Here's Heredia Colon. She gets
Out.
stuffed.
Out by a bit. Miami has a huge advantage. They have Rosado, they have Moisio, and they have Feliciano. Those are 3 liberos, 3 DSs anywhere. So at this moment, Keno can bring in anybody and they can just help in the back row. Both of them have given dividends on defense. Stanford on R1. Cami Minor, setter is in 1. Jordan Harvey, right side on 4. Outside 2 on 2, and the middle coming out of position 3.
That floating serve, but it was a bit too deep for Moisio.
And that's the first mistake that I've seen her.
And that was a really close one.
Over 17 pluses, so she's human.
Nicely done by the Stanford Cardinal to let that go, so they're back to within a point. Now they're serving. This is Anna Pringle, the junior out of La Jolla, to serve. That's a good one.
He can't pass there. Holding trouble, as you can see.
Whoa!
They forgot she's in the front row.
Ariana Rodriguez out of nowhere. Look at the smile on her face.
For those club coaches that my setter can hit, she shouldn't hit, isn't that? Look again, both setters on both sides can actually hit if they want to. More tools, better players. Sneaking it in, good job there.
Elia Rubin, 20-19.
Miami's 5 points away of sending this match into a 5-setter. Alana's coming in now on R1. She has Grace Lopez in 4, Lulik in 3, and Flor Maria out of 2. And I wouldn't throw the ball to Flor Maria in this one because she has right in front Elia Rubin, who has been a nightmare on that net. Another shank pass there. That's 3 in a row for Heredia.
It's a heck of a job.
Tip. No.
An attacking error. Canes lead by 2.
They got lucky here. The
Yes,
last 3 passes out of Flor Maria Heredia have been horrible. She needs to do better there.
So now it's Stanford looking for a comeback here in the 4th set to end things here at the Knight Sports Complex tonight. Miami 4 points away from setting it to a 5th set. And a service error.
2 service errors on this last stretch of a set.
That's the 11th of the night by the Canes.
Cannot do that. 2 in a row. 2 in a row. When the match is right there.
More life for the Cardinal.
The last 4 passes for the Canes, they've gotten lucky. thing is, if the ball doesn't get to the setter close enough to that net, everybody knows who's hitting. So that means you have 4 hands on one player. They've been super lucky at hitting there.
22-20. Rosado to serve. Another service error. That's 12.
It's Halloween yesterday or today? Is this a nightmare anniversary here?
They are just begging
3
Stanford.
in a row. Come on, guys. We're playing Stanford.
They are begging Stanford to take this match. And you give them a little bit too much, you crack the door for them, they will take advantage of it. And there's an ace, tied at 22.
5 passes in a row that haven't gotten to the setter. And Coach Kennel obviously doesn't like what he sees.
They'll take a timeout. We'll keep it right here.
And I want to be honest too, Stanford's serving some bullets in there too. So not only you're missing your serves, but also when they're serving at you, you have a tough time passing. So it's now a game to 3 points. Who wants to take care of these 3 points? That's all you need.
And Stanford will be serving. Grace Lopez has been a real force for the Hurricanes here tonight.
The last 2 matches, I've seen her progress throughout the season, becoming a better version. I think both her and Ariana, to be honest, I think it took a toll for them to be playing the whole summer with their national teams. So I don't see her. I see her rested now, and I see her doing really good. For Maria Heredia had a career high at North Carolina. I think it was 28 points. And Grace has been there consistently, but we were used to having her score a little bit more, and I see her coming back to that shape. And I mean, not only the Olympics for Ariana, but also for the other ones. The international game is being played in the summer, and it's just tough to be playing year-round, my friend. And they come back to school and they get off. And 22 apiece. Who wants his 3 points? Let's see.
Miami has got to win this set to force a 5th. Stanford trying to get the heck out of here with another win.
It's a decent pass, not a bad one.
And there's Grace Lopez that was tipped and kept alive. Can the Cardinal take the lead? Yes!
And they do with a power tip from Sammy Francis.
Canes could feel it. They had it at their fingertips. And now a 3-0 scoring run by Stanford has given them a 1-point lead.
The crowd here cheering for the Canes. They want to see a 5th. Great serve.
Yes, it was.
Not the best set from Alanis.
Oh boy, door is wide open now. It's wide open. And now the match is on the line. A 4-0 run.
Coach Ken is going to take the last timeout. Coach Hamby looks relieved because he knows that this could have been going into 5, even though it still has a chance.
24-22. Miami had a 22-20 lead. And it evaporated.
3 serves in a row, 5 shank passes that could have been better. And when they watch video, they're going to have those faces like, oh my God, we were so close to sending this to 5.
Still got a chance. It's going to take a heroic effort now, though.
Coach Hamby, they're talking very relaxed to the players. Pretty much is where we want to serve. This is what we have seen here with all the volumetrics that we have. This is should be hitting. So let's see if the Canes can pull a miracle. I mean, 2 points and whoever wants the next 2. And we were speaking off camera also. We seldomly talk about, I mean, Stanford's traveling all the way to the Eastern Coast now to play for a couple of matches. You know, there's got to be a little bit tired too.
Yep. Out of the timeout, Cardinal a point away from getting out of Miami and escaping with a victory. The serve was an error.
Good timeout for Coach Kennel. The sub there, Ariana Rodriguez, Alani telling her, let's go, we can pull this out. So they have a couple of choices there. They can play with number 15, Iper Kurt, or they can throw it to Sammy Francis on the slide. Let's see what they're going to do.
Grace Lopez has got to get it over first and foremost. Here is her serve. It is over. Up near the rafters.
I got a little bit nervous there.
Far side. They get it over. They roll it over. Here's a chance to tie it. Here's a chance to tie it. Grace Lopez at the net. Cardinals keep it alive. Who will they set up now?
That's a point.
That's a point for the Canes. Tied at 24.
Good defense there. A nice job by Ariana there on the scramble set.
Stanford's got a timeout left if they want to use it. Got to win by 2.
Crowd loving it.
Lopez serving. Gets it over. Near the net. And it's back to a match point. Second match point here.
Both teams engage. Awesome hit.
Actually, make it a third match point.
Ipart Kurt. A freshman. Isn't that scary?
Taylor Yu is back to serve the freshman.
They're going to run that 6-2 now. So Sammy's in the front row. Cammy, sorry. Minor's in the front row hitting.
Good serve. It's a beauty. Who is it? Lopez. Hits the net. Chance for the Cardinals to win it. Blocked.
No.
Tied.
Not yet. Yeah, we can have a bit of fun here.
What a match.
Feliciano is going to serve, but Coach Keno wants to keep in Ava Carney. Towel comes in handy now. Yeah. Put the pressure on the servers.
It'll be Ava Carney to serve.
Well, Chambly was about to run into the bus. Like, I think I have this. And all of a sudden, here we are.
I think the Stanford bus flipped the keys and turned it on.
Who can make 2 points in a row? That's it.
Serve is over.
Oh, that's another pass.
Oh,
domination
again.
By Wilson. She would love to have it back. Like I said, whoever touches it second wins it.
Again, the match on the line. The Canes have got to get a point to keep it alive. It's 26-25.
That was a bench press move there by Cammy Minor. Like, not on my watch.
What a match in Coral Gables. The serve is over. The set, the kill.
Yes.
Grace Lopez is not going quietly into the night.
And all of this with not great passing.
Tied at 26.
Gonna let Wilson serve. It's a good server. Hope I don't jinx her.
She got it over.
Yeah, she did good.
Over to the far side. Kept alive. Can the Canes take the lead? Flor Marie Heredia Colon. That's dug out. That one is hit and dug out. Here is Heredia Colon. She hits it. It's kept alive. That's a point again. Stanford.
Beautiful play. Cammy Minor, the setter, feeding her freshman middle blocker.
I mean, what a match. 27-26.
Lizzie Andrew with the kill.
And now Pringle is back to serve. And they'll get the towel out on the Miami side.
They're either going to throw that ball to Flor, or they're going to use the pipe or Grace. I don't think Ludic is going to be on that play.
And now Coach Keno is saying there's a wet spot on the sideline.
Hey, remember where refs used to pass that? Now they're too cool not to pass that.
Yeah. Crowd loves it. Crowd going nuts. Miami is trailing by a point. Another match point for Stanford and the serve.
It's a good pass.
Here is Grace Lopez. Again, we're tied.
27 apiece. Nobody wants to give in. I would say so far that's been the best match of the year. It's some good level volleyball.
Good energy. Great energy. Good intensity. College volleyball, Allen at its finest.
The place is packed too, so bringing Stanford into the ACC was a really, really good move.
And Rodriguez now serving. That's over.
It's a good serve.
It was a beauty. That hit the rafters.
Chance for the Canes.
Lopez again puts it away. Match point. And now a set point for the Canes. And Stanford will call their second and final timeout of the set.
Coach Hambly feeling a bit of the pressure there. Has drank all that water on the side. Miami 1 point away. It'll be interesting, like I said, and also what it does to this team. They already had a great year by beating Texas. They have beat some really good competition. When Miami beat Texas, even though Texas had dropped down in the rankings,
they were number one.
They were number one in the nation. So the talent is obviously there. I don't think they have gelled the way they should, and I hope they realize that.
So set point coming up here for the Canes as they try to force a decisive fifth set. What a match here in Coral Gables tonight. The Canes will host Cal on Sunday. Stanford is going north to Tallahassee to take on the Seminoles.
That's going to be a very interesting match to see where actually Florida State is. Florida State has a great season, but now you need to measure up against the Giants to see where you actually are.
What a position the Canes would be in if they find a way to win this match tonight against another top 5 opponent in the country. They'd certainly improve their playoff hopes.
This would alleviate Coach Cano's worries by a lot, because I think they have a great chance. I mean, with all due respect, they have a great chance against Cal. And they haven't played, which they will on November the 8th. NC State is going to be here. That's going to be an interesting match, too. That might decide between those two programs with some two awesome coaches. Lucas Lave at NC State, assistant coach to Coach Karch.
Timeout over. Ariana Rodriguez serving for the Canes. It is a set point for Miami. Everybody's on their feet inside of the Night Sports Complex.
Watch the pins for
and
Stanford.
The serve is deep.
And they play right side.
Tied at 28. That time it was Jordan Harvey to keep this thing alive. And now Stanford will serve.
That's a ball that Ariana probably should have had. She had both hands in it, but it was such a sharp angle.
And now Ogilvy serving. The 5th year out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Boy,
that's going to come back. There. It's free ball.
Big chance. Big chance.
Yes. Nobody's expecting Lulu to hit. They seldomly hit her, so in those situations, I think they got everybody.
And now Flor Marie Heredia Colon has a chance to win it for Miami.
That was a surprise for everyone.
29 to 28. Kill kept alive. Whoa, baby, there she is, Sammy Francis.
That's a total. That ball was on this side.
There's Sammy Francis.
And I don't know if you can challenge that.
Sammy Francis at the net, tied at 29.
You need to let that ball pass. You cannot go over unless it's a third pass, in which you can do that to set. That was awful. And obviously no challenges for that. They get it back.
Another set point, 30 to 29 Miami.
Coach Cano not happy. Talking to the R2, and they take it when they know they made a mistake, so they did take it.
And his argument is that this set is over and we're going to a fifth.
I mean, the refs are human, but she did miss that call.
Can the Canes win it right here? From the back, that's an attacking error.
We're going
and
for
a fifth
5.
set is coming your way in Miami. The Canes were down to their final breath. They were on life support, trailing 24 to 22. They come over to begin the fifth set for Stanford.
What a match she's had. I don't think we have complimented her as much as she deserves.
And a very nice serve. A block, but another chance. Far side, Grace Lopez, another block.
Nice soft touch there.
Cardinal coming out hot. Ooh, nicely done.
Yes. Ariana was very close to doing that pancake. And you have 15 points here. You can't wait too much. You can try to side out on that first ball side out. Good pass.
Oh my goodness gracious.
She has an arm. That's the reason why she got here. Mom used to have that heavy arm too, so she's listening in the Dominican Republic. Jean Stewart Gershing coming to serve for her. Transfer senior out of Germany. I like her too when she plays.
Good serve.
It's a good serve.
Wow. That was sinking. That was a sinking fastball there. Lopez.
Yes, it was in. And like I said, it's only 2:15.
Gets late in a hurry in these fifth sets.
You don't have that time, you know, to see, oh, it's all the way to 25. You know, you have 10 less points to play. Good serving. It's a great sub by Coach Keno. Ooh, somebody forgot they had a block there.
Jordan
Jesus.
Harvey. That was vicious.
Looking cross court and then just letting it pass and ripping that line. What an arm.
That was very, very strong with authority.
With 4 hands in front of her.
Service error. 3-2 King.
And that service error takes away that hit. They bring in number 14, Melissa Kawa. Freshman DS to pass for her.
Yeah, the kill there for Sammy Francis again. Another
they can
one.
pass, whenever they can pass well, it's a bread and butter play to run. 6-6 come very handy.
14th kill of the match for Francis. Tied at 3. Oh, and an ace. Ruben with an ace. Snuck right off the forearm of Flo Marie Heredia Colon.
Combination of great serving and not too great passing there. I don't think this is the best passing match for her.
Here's a free ball for Stanford and a battle at the net. Canes keep it alive. They dunk it over. Now the far side hits the roof. 5-3 Stanford.
And literally slipping away little by little. They need to get a good pass.
Stanford gets a point here. They're going to call a timeout.
They're going to serve in between Flor Marie and Ava Carney again. They're not going to serve Odell. That's it.
That was much better. Oh, look at the block. Look at that block. Here's Carney. Oh, blocked. And it was out.
Out of bounds. You got pretty lucky there. But luck is part of this.
5-4 Canes serving. Grace Lopez will do that.
We'll ask Coach Keno why she's not jump serving, which she used to be the best jump server in the ACC.
Oh, wow, what a dig.
That's Rosales' point if they get it.
They'll set up Francis. It's kept alive. Carney. Again, do they go to Francis? Yes. Tapped over. Kept alive. Banged over. That one's kept alive by Stanford. Now at the net. And put away.
I don't know if I might be crazy because we've seen this now in the international game. Sometimes those balls that are off system, usually they do set that ball high and inside. I've seen some teams now sending that ball tight into the net just to look for that tooling of the hands.
So
best team in the world to do that, Argentina.
Taylor Yu serving, and that is deep. A service error, 6-5.
Still with a lot of things to do, like they get that sub for you, and they still get 3 hitters in the front row because Cami Minor can surely hit.
Now the Canes are serving. Oh, and a service error at a critical juncture of the match.
You want to beat Stanford, you need to get those in.
Swapping service errors.
Isn't it funny that it always comes down to passing this hurry?
Oh, the best teams at it are generally right there at the end
stats
of
are
it.
there to back that up. Great hit, great set there.
Setting up Dalia Wilson.
And Moisio coming in. Let's see if she can get this team to go ahead. Every time she comes in, it's a good run. Yeah, a great match here, 7-6. I mean,
Well, if you're Miami, you can't ask for anything more. If I told you coming into the match tonight, you'd be down 1 in the 5th set to the number 5 team in the country.
we're playing Stanford and we're on the 5th.
Where do you sign up, right? I mean, this is incredible volleyball club that these Stanford Cardinal are. Oh, that was blocked.
That was a 4 touches. Can they check it out? Let's see if they win the point first.
Here's Grace Lopez.
Which kind of going to challenge that. And a net violation, so he gets the point anyways.
And I think Stanford would like to challenge something. So Stanford wants to take a look.
Yep. And Coach Keno is really mad about that hit. That would. I don't think nobody touched that ball.
So could Miami then, if Stanford were to win this challenge,
net on Stanford. Stanford is challenging. They weren't in the net.
could Miami then re-challenge a play?
That's a good question. I don't have the answer, but what they're challenging is the net. The thing is that it's being challenged a play by the ref that's actually there.
No
and
net.
yeah, it hit it with the foot.
Oh, yeah.
Now the question is it a net if it's with the foot? I think if you're in the blocking motion, it is. But these are things that you seldomly see. Like the last time I saw somebody hit a net with your feet, it's, I don't know, 1984. So maybe the rule has changed.
I got to go to the
I think it's a
microphone.
pretty
We'll get
easy
the call.
Call is confirmed. Stanford was in the net.
Yep.
Stanford loses the
So
challenge.
Stanford was indeed in the net. The call is going to be confirmed.
That was an easy play. I don't think Coach Hambley had any doubts. Isn't it a great way to take momentum off? Yeah, it's a free timeout.
So 7-7.
Unless he needs another one at a crucial time, and he wasted that one.
And now Milana Moisio serving. She'll go to the far right corner on the baseline. 7-7. Floats it over. Wow. And that thing was smashed by Ipar Kurt.
And Ipar Kurt saying, I'm going to solve this on my own.
And now we will swap sides. It's 8-7 Stanford halfway through the 5th set.
I truly don't understand this swapping at in volleyball in the 5th. During pandemic, nobody could change sides, and I was like, isn't it wonderful they didn't have to change sides? But it's an old school protocol that keeps on happening. Sometimes also you have courts that, which doesn't happen at high level. Sometimes you have courts that the wind and the space, but here the courts are even. So, and there's a timeout on the floor by Stanford, or was it by Keno? I think it's Keno and talking to a middle blocker. Keno himself, huge middle blocker, All-American out of UCSB. An impressive player career, played overseas in Brazil, Spain, Puerto Rico, a whole bunch of places. And he had coached at UCSB. Remember Keno being at one moment at UNLV. Then he has a national championship at Washington with Coach Jim McLaughlin. And then he came down here for the last 12 years. But he's a very seasoned coach. He knows what he's doing. He's been around. Very knowledgeable person.
From the Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
To Coral Gables. A little bit warmer.
He played for Kent Preston. Shout out to Coach Preston if he's watching this. And he had a very nice time also coaching there. Coach Preston did used to surf at UCSB all the time, and so is his brother. And I remember going to that camp as a kid and enjoying the atmosphere there. What a beautiful place. University of California in Santa Barbara. 8-7, this is anyone's match. Stanford to serve, Miami to see if they can actually tie it up, and then let's see what happens in the last 7 points. Nothing to be ashamed from any of these teams. I mean, some good volleyball. And as the match has progressed, I think they've been playing better and better and better. Everybody looks to be in sync. There's going to be a sub for Stanford. And a Pringle coming in the DS. And resting number 15, Ipar Kurt. Oh, and a great play there, and an expected block there. They're out of the 5-1, which means that the setter is back row. So now 3 hitters for the Canes in the front row.
Oh, so strong with so much juice. She got it right through the block.
Grace hits the ball really fast, sometimes also really flat, and it's very tough to get a block on her. Plus, the thing about how many players that are lefties we actually see that hit like her, by the way.
8-8. Block. Another chance for Stanford.
See a tip?
Another block. Another chance for Stanford. This one is
Great
dug
defense.
out. And
That's
here's Flor
great,
Marie
great
Heredia.
serve.
Cologne, was it tipped?
Yes.
That's
touch.
a point.
Coach Keno was about to go into the court like, what do you mean? It was a touch. 9-8.
Coach Keno nearly just blew a gasket.
We had a pique o la Sagasti move. That's an inside joke. We had a coach that used to tap on the floor all the time.
Rolled over at the net and flying in Elia Rubin.
It's a great hit. Yaidalis probably should have had her. She was leaning a bit back, but that ball came to some heat.
And now Ogilvy serving for Stanford. The libero deep on the baseline.
This is a big pass.
And it wasn't great,
No,
but
it wasn't.
good enough. Grace Lopez gets blocked. Now who will they set up again? It'll be Lopez. She just floats it over. Here's an opportunity for Stanford, and it works out. 10-9 Cardinal.
It does. On those plays, on those broken plays, when the ball stays inside, let her hit line. Just want to make sure that you have all the time in the world to press. And that was a correct play by Alanis, because every time they set here, number 13 is waiting. Elia Rubin. Another bad pass.
Again, Grace Lopez. Oh, she got herself a point, tied at 10.
Grace should reach out and go, hey, Flor, when the match is over, if we win,
We're going to dinner,
You're
and you can pull out your company
you're
card.
paying for the pizza. Like,
Yeah.
I bailed you out today a lot. That's what teams do. When the pass ain't great, setter will try to solve it.
10-10.
Oh, free ball.
And an ace.
4 points away for the Canes to ring a bell in the ACC, saying, yep, we beat Stanford. Let's see if Stanford has something to say about this for sure.
A couple of weeks ago, the Canes season was, for all intents and purposes, on life support as well. Needing to win, they've gone 4-1 over their last 5 matches. Ooh.
Rushing missing there. Wish she had it back, but the first serve was good. And as you can
put it
see,
right into
look,
that.
Stanford versus Miami in the 5th set. She misses a set. Coach Keno gave her a high five. You did what you tried to do, and that's it.
All right, 11-11. That's
Out of
deep.
bounds.
That's a
There you go.
service error.
3 points away from Miami. Rosado to serve. They need to check for setter dump. And obviously the right side, and they have a slide. Those are the 2 main plays that they have right there. Setter dump, Sammy or number 13. And they make her pass. That dump should have been expected. She's been dumping in that position all the time, whenever she's in R4.
That was beauty by Cammie Minor. You saw it almost looked like she looked right over her right shoulder. She knew exactly what she wanted to do.
I checked it out. Like, at this moment, you go, this is what she's been doing.
12-12. Here's Grace Lopez. Blocked. And that was in.
It's a great block by Kurt. Ipar. It's all right. It's all right. Just get a time on and regroup.
So Miami with a timeout. Coach Keno was looking at that sideline.
He's
Canes trailing by a point.
That block was just like barely there on the line, but it's a good block. So now they check their options. I think it was crucial when that serve came in that Cami Minor was in position for, like, she's been dumping a lot from there, and I thought that somebody would have said, listen, I have her as she dumps, and I think that miscommunication could be a big issue down the match. Gail Hadler talking to the players there about what to do offensively and defensively right now. And here comes the big man, Coach Keno. Here's our local Kevin Hart having a nice time again with Sebastian. The guy has a lot of fun here. 13-12. It'll be huge if Miami can actually pull this one out. They need 3 points. Stanford just needs 2. And they're receiving, so they just need to side out. See who Alanis has. He has Carney too, which I believe is a great choice. I like Carney versus the setter, even though the setter is a great blocker. Cami Minor too. Let's see what the choices are.
Out of the timeout, Stanford leading by a point. 5th set, 13-12. Cardinals serving.
Great pass.
Oh, my
there you
goodness.
go. They were not expecting
a little
that play.
Dikembe Mutombo. No.
Yep. They did a mistake there. They thought they weren't going to set her, and nobody was there. So they took chances on what they were going to do. That would have been my choice, too. Versus the setter any day of the week.
13 all. Tipped. Kept alive. Lopez.
In and a touch.
Match point Miami.
Timeout. Stanford side. 1 more point for the Canes. One more. Grace Lopez is serving, which means that Ariana Rodriguez is in the front row. What a great move by Grace Lopez. So now, look at all the choices Ariana has. Obviously, she has her hitting out of 1. She has Aja Wilson from the middle. And I truly believe that if you get any kind of ball back on defense and whatever, I will set Ava Carney. She's been hitting well, and it'll be a good matchup to have her hit against the setter. Like I said, even though the setter is 6 feet tall and she's super athletic, I like my chances better than to be hitting versus Sammy Francis, which is 6'6". So those are your choices, either the back row or Ava Carney. But first, I need to do a good serve.
13, you got to get it over, but now Miami's got number 5 on the ropes. They are ready to explode inside of a capacity crowd of the Knight Sports Complex here in Coral Gables tonight.
Shout out to Mike that's enjoying this. Mike Garcia, we're waiting for that win for your Canes. Let's see if this happens.
14-13. Grace Lopez has been incredible all night long with 27 kills. She will serve it away for the Canes.
Dump, middle, or outside. Those are the 3 choices for Stanford. Let's see what they're going to do.
Lopez lays it up, serves it over.
Good
Kept
defense.
alive.
Carney.
Here's Carney. A heavy right hand is blocked. Again,
Great
Carney
set.
for the win.
Swing,
again,
honey.
kept alive. Here's Lopez for the win. It's blocked for tie.
Carney needed to swing on that one. When she sees the videos, you're going to go, why didn't I swing? Swing. Let's go. Let's see what they can do. What a match.
14 all.
Out of bounds.
Service error. And again, a match point.
Listen, you don't get these many chances against Stanford. Come on. Let's go. Let's see what they have in the front row now. Setters and 2 Freshman in the middle coming out of 4. And Kurt, I will say that Kurt is there.
Another match point. Everybody's on their feet.
Kurt is the best choice. And she does. Oh, what a great chance. Let's go. Let's go!
Cardinal. Down goes number 5.
Shocker.
A thriller in Coral Gables.
Two good friends shaking hands there, Coach Cano and Emily. What a shocker here. The Canes knocking Texas and knocking now the number 5 team in the nation, Stanford.